up a little
Jack's like,
I was like, what the hell?
Oh, it's giving me an error
we're
for
having trouble
something.
streaming
Who's got it?
to your destination. TikTok's already kicked you off.
Oh, TikTok's having issues.
They already kicked you off.
Ricky Tikky Tabby.
Pause for the
Talk.
stream
Which
was.
one is
Hey, everybody.
What's up, everybody?
This one's the one I
We're trying.
Do you want to talk amongst yourselves, and I'll go fix the TikTok real quick?
The
Sure, why not?
TikTok-a-dee.
talk amongst ourselves.
We don't want the randoms to miss out on anything. People who
Trying to
don't even
fix
know
it.
what it is.
So speaking of TikTok,
Yeah,
I mean, Keith and I kind of went live on it earlier.
I heard
today.
about that.
You did.
Played a
It
few
actually
tunes.
was
and
pretty good.
We really missed you, Jack.
They realized how many songs they can't play without you.
Oh, that's cool. That makes me laugh, too. I wish I could have watched it, but my piece of shit phone wasn't working.
They realized that there's a lot you can't do without drums and bass.
Especially, well, yeah. A lot. I mean, we had no rhythm section. At least, bass is part of the rhythm section.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Those are also facts.
So,
Did okay though. Wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. I enjoyed it.
yeah.
I enjoyed it. I realized my song can't be played unless there's a rhythm section. So
What's your song?
the truck song.
That ain't my truck.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, you can.
Yeah,
Long
I mean, any
story.
song can be played without, but it sounds much better
Well, of course.
with the others.
Of
Yeah.
Well,
course.
everything does.
There have been a lot of new songs, though. There's a lot of new songs now that I've noticed. They don't put drums in them at all.
Really?
I keep waiting for them to kick in. There's a
Yeah,
couple-
they do
there's-
the snap clap thing or whatever it's called.
Yeah, well, there's a Luke Combs tune that's good.
Huh.
That
Oh.
they never. There's no drums in it. It never kicks in. And then Morgan Wallen does a version of his "Stand in My Boots" with just piano, and there's no rhythm section. It's just really feels empty.
That's weird.
It is weird.
They're just not making danceable music anymore.
Well, yeah, nobody knows
there's
how
that,
to dance
too.
anyway. They just all get on the dance floor and just hump each other, dry hump one another to the pumpity beat, whatever awful thing. What was
Wow.
that?
Dry hump each other on the floor.
Did that make you nauseous? Where do you dry hump people?
Not on. I usually don't dry hump people.
But if you're gonna, a dance floor is a good place to do it.
Sure.
Yeah, kind of acceptable.
Better than a grocery store. Or,
That's true. You can't
More
just
so
go
than a
feeling
grocery
people up at the
store,
grocery
yes.
store.
hey there,
They get offended.
are these your whites? Want a dry hump? No. Bump and grind.
Does make it a little more acceptable when there's music, right?
Definitely, the music definitely makes it
It
more
really
acceptable.
makes it more acceptable, which is
You
interesting
grind it on some
because
person. Oh yeah.
you never would think that would make a difference. Keith's got to fix this camera too.
Oh, I think
Oh, here he goes again.
He's doing weird stuff.
He's getting it going.
Uh-oh.
Are we getting live over there?
I don't know. The Tiki Talkers? There you go. Good job. When you come back, can you move this camera?
No. Yes.
It's weird.
No. Oh, that was
Whoa.
weird.
What was that?
The power
Uh,
swipe.
Keep doing something. It just like shoofed.
But yeah,
It sucked it away.
the little red check marks gone that was on the.
Yeah. The big like abort mission,
Yeah.
abort mission. Yeah,
So
but
we're
you
on
gotta
TikTok.
fix this camera.
Hello, TikTok.
Why?
Welcome back.
Because all I see is this.
Oh,
You
you
just
see
scoot it
the
back.
other camera.
A little bit more.
Screwing up the fourth wall.
He's getting licked by the
Yeah.
dog. There you
See,
go. That's
we
a little
messed
better.
things up a little bit today.
Yeah, you moved
Yeah.
everything everywhere.
Yeah.
Which is okay. Now we just
But
have to
we
figure out how to
had
put it
a
back.
little fun. It was rusty.
You had a lot of fun.
We was rusty.
It wasn't too bad. It was pretty
Yeah,
good.
we're definitely rusty.
Noise.
Let's see. That's not
Well,
rusty.
considering when you pulled out the keyboard that you used to use every day gigging and it doesn't work.
And it didn't work. Yeah,
That's a
that
bad
kind of
thing.
sucks.
Oh. Good
You're
thing
like,
you had
mwah,
your guitar.
mwah.
No, I had to
Yeah,
take
the
out
other one. The one from downstairs, right? Or just the second
the one that weighs as much as a human.
Oh,
yeah,
the big
one he's
one.
had forever.
Yeah.
I've had that for 20 years.
Man,
Like,
That's why it still works.
Yeah, works great too.
Do you still have a guitar?
Uh-huh. Where it's
It's in the studio there.
In the
It's
studio.
Right on.
What's up, everybody?
Hi, peoples.
How's everybody doing?
Keith's back.
I have to answer this
Okay.
question.
Why? I'm not that important. They gotta wait for me.
What?
Oh, we talked without you.
Okay.
We talked
Of
about,
Of course, we couldn't see
uh,
any comments or
Yeah.
anything, so I don't know if anybody's watching or not.
Oh yeah, there's people watching for sure.
People.
All right, cool.
Where's our people?
What did they think about what we were talking about?
So Christine's on. Kathy's
Christine
on.
watched
Bios to
earlier.
Books. Yeah, we got people on
She was
Well,
jamming.
that's great.
Rumble.
Yeah,
Christine was jamming.
she was checking us out.
Jamming.
We got some
The
TikTokers
German.
on. Welcome TikTokers.
I did like Margaritaville.
Go jamming.
Till I got to my guitar solo, right?
Liked Margaritaville.
And then it sounded like I had a few too many
Bing bong.
Yeah, it is
margaritas
Margaritaville.
in Margaritaville.
It wasn't terrible though.
It wasn't bad. Again, considering y'all haven't
Hey.
played together in a
You know,
while.
I mean, the rule is, you know, you need to have a good beginning and a good ending
Mhm.
to a song. And as long as you have those in place, then
The middle, just people are dry
Yeah.
humping, like Jack said.
yeah,
I mean,
it's all right.
they're not
So,
paying
so we
attention.
did. We had a good beginning.
It was
and a
good,
good
and he had a good
to that
ending.
song.
We had a couple of dry humping events too in the middle.
that was what word is it? Oh yeah.
Yeah, forgot that. Then I'm trying to read lyrics off my phone.
That's
That
awesome.
never works good.
No,
I've never had to do that.
I'm freaking
not so
blind.
much.
That's the advantage, I guess, of having the ability to make everything perverted. I just make up words, make up song lyrics.
Poor cat. Christine, don't freak out the cat.
She was singing along with us.
I was singing along. I was in the shower in Margaritaville and I was singing along too. I was making up words though. I didn't know what was verse we were
So
on.
was I.
was going.
Congratulations.
Yeah, my vibe didn't match yours, so I don't know who was right,
Did
but
you find the salt
I did.
while you're in the
Mhm.
shower?
Epsom salt, yeah.
Yeah,
Where's the
had it.
salt?
Scrubbed it on my face.
See, you have a talent, Jack, though, for changing words, though.
Yes.
Oh, he just
And-
makes
and
it
it
up as he
works.
goes, and nobody even knows.
No.
Well, it's worth it when there's one or two people in the audience that does notice it, because they become it's very aware. What
then
did he
they
just say?
What?
The fuck did he just say?
Did you just say smoke the cat? What?
I think
funny.
the most out there one that was not mine, but it's drop the bitch off and made her walk home.
Oh,
Yeah. I just enjoyed that.
That's so and that's a good one. especially
What
when it's the
song?
first time.
Or take it easy.
Chattahoochee.
Well, Chattahoochee,
Chattahoochee,
sorry.
yeah.
Oh, good.
Dropped her off early, and I didn't go home. Instead, you say we dropped the bitch off, and I made her walk home.
Do you do the drive at home thing in the chair?
Yeah, I think I made that one up. I think I took
I love that one.
That's the best. Oh my goodness.
later on. I can drive it home. Yeah.
No, I don't mind at all.
I always like to just, and I like to fan my behind when I start that song. Go, excuse me.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh my
That is funny.
goodness.
You do have a knack for that, though.
Mhm.
He does.
Yeah, Brunson didn't like it.
No?
He didn't find it funny at all,
Oh, it's hilarious.
which is weird because he's,
I think there was one time we were playing where you didn't. I was expecting you to sing a line and you didn't do it. And you like totally bummed me out. I was like,
I was
damn
like-
it, Jack. You
Yeah.
didn't do it.
I remember you giving me a look. I don't know what song it was, but yeah, because there's someone where I do it all the time. And then occasionally I forget about it, which is weird.
It's because you're distracted
That's when
from
we
all
give
the
you
dry
the look.
humping.
Why didn't you say the nasty thing? We like the nasty thing.
Yeah.
Well, it only took me 15 years for you to point out that I was singing the song wrong.
What
That's
was
okay.
it too?
Copperhead Road.
Copperhead Road.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. That's the
Because he
best.
learned a tour thing.
Never picked it up. Sure shit. Listen to it one day. I'm like, mother.
Damn it, Jack's right.
He's right.
You learned a tour thing, huh? What? You know what you're saying, right? What do you mean? Never mind.
It's funny how the brain works. So
Yeah.
you
It is.
just-
It's
you think you're
very
singing the right thing.
And
you know?
everybody's
it's-
just going with it.
Yeah, well, nobody cares.
Well, I never caught it either until
Huh.
he brought it up.
Jack's like, what do you say?
Well, I can't even remember what it was anymore, but I used to say something about draft beer in that
Oh, yeah.
they draft the white trash first round here anyway.
Yeah.
I something draft beer and made it up. I didn't know what because I didn't know what the hell he was saying. I did that one for years, and Cadillac Cowboy was another one because I'm not a rodeo guy. I didn't know what the hell with the push and a pull
Yeah. Yeah.
with the boobing, you just make
And just go with
noises
it.
that sound kind of like what they're saying.
saying.
Yeah, that's a classic one. You just kind of sweet home Alabama.
And as long as you're along with the tunes, everybody's going with it.
I've sang Waltz
Absolutely.
Across Texas half a dozen times, and I don't know any other words other than Waltz
Right.
Across Texas with you and Mars, and then the rest of
And Jack just-
and they still tip and they're happy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because by then they're dry humping and they're just going along with you. They good.
They're all drunk to begin with. They don't know.
That's funny.
Hell, half the time they think of the stuff that you just played because they're too drunk to know where they're at.
Right?
You're doing the Alan Jackson? You mean besides the one we just finished?
we just did, yeah.
Yeah.
The one that
Well,
just
the three we
ended.
just
Yeah, we'll
did.
do another one. That's fine.
Or when they actually ask for it by name that you just finished. That's some kind of insulting.
Yeah.
Oh, we're hitting you on a
Especially when they
subconscious
ask for a song you just finished.
level. That's what, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that same one. Yeah.
Like that one again? Okay, sure.
Oh, yeah. Did it not sound like it?
Or the best is just play something good. Nope, sorry, just chock full of dog shit tonight. So
Yeah, don't feel
I'm not
like
doing
doing
any good
anything
stuff.
good. We want to do everything shitty.
I used
Mediocre.
to hate that. Play something good.
my absolute pet peeve, and this is exposing myself for the asshole I am, but the people who ask for artists that irritates the crap out of me.
Oh, yeah.
Play some Kenny Chesney. Which song? I don't care. Any Kenny Chesney. You understand that we're not Kenny Chesney.
And there's 8
We don't sing
million
like
of
Kenny
them.
Chesney.
We're not a jukebox.
So- And even if we were, what drives me nuts is like, what do you want to hear Kenny Chesney? We don't sound like him.
right.
So here's me. Here's my version of Kenny Chesney singing fucking Leonard Skinner.
Yeah,
That's
there you go. That's as good as it's gonna get.
I never will sound like him. So the artist selection is just fucking
Yeah.
annoying
Instead of like play this song because I like this song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because it's going to be me singing it, not
Yeah.
Kenny Chesney.
No.
Do anything he does, it still won't be him.
Yeah.
Right.
Still gonna be Jack. Sorry.
I realize that's just a drunk brain that can't narrow anything down.
Yeah.
Because you ask me to sing a song, I'll be like, I can't think of shit. There's only like 5,000.
But I like this guy. We want this song.
There's only 5,000 in my head, and I can't think of any of them.
Well, that's okay. I should probably learn what my truck song's called.
That ain't
my
my
truck.
That ain't my truck.
There you go.
That's my
My
side.
wife hates that song.
You
Does
hate
she?
that song?
She hates it only because she hates whiny bitch country stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I lost my dog. I lost my cat.
Well,
My
just,
dog
the
died.
guy's just being pussies.
Oh, he's
She
just being a
doesn't-
fucking girl.
Yeah, he's a wuss.
And Lisa doesn't care for it either.
Yeah.
And the only reason she doesn't care for it is because we recorded it at my house one time.
Yeah, that's right.
And
So she heard it
it over and
billion
over and
times.
over.
Yep.
And the same parts of the song. Over,
Over
and
and
It's
over.
like,
Okay, yep, I understand that.
There was a period in my life where the Eagles was something I couldn't listen to anymore because we had the job I had during summer. We had a Eagles greatest hits tape that played on a loop because we didn't have FCC clearance to do radio. So I heard that greatest hits hours and hours and hours, and I was like, if I never hear Sweet Home or
Eagles, I'm
the
good.
California again, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
But then it went away. Thank goodness.
Yay.
That's
It would
funny.
have been uncomfortable at their concert, being like, "Boo,
You suck. I hate this one.
They have a lot of good songs."
That's funny.
So what are we talking about today?
We're talking about Thanksgiving and Black Friday since Thanksgiving next week.
I don't want you to bring race into
And we
everything.
won't be here. I don't know. It's pretty bad, isn't it?
Just a regular Friday. I don't know why.
I'm going to find us.
I worked at Walmart on, I think it was like the second or third year that Black Friday was a thing.
Mhm.
When they were still put out one big item for like $10
Yeah.
kind of
Right.
thing.
Right.
It was when the Star Wars trilogy first came out on
Mm.
VHS and THX, that the box
Oh
set.
shit! Really? That's,
Yeah,
that's a long time ago.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah, that's a long time ago.
One of the big items they had a PC, computer
Mhm.
on sale for like $150, and it was just a tower computer
Yeah.
monitor, but
Yeah.
it was fucking people were killing each other for them because people were still paying hundreds of dollars for PCs back then,
Yeah.
like a lot. It was nuts. But yeah, then they had the one big, what is it called? It was not quite a projection screen, but it was one kick after
Yeah.
that. The DLP.
That sounds
I
right.
think it is. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it was DLP. Yeah.
So yeah, it was one of those big old 50-inch ones, and it was $100 or $50 or some ridiculous thing. People were lined up like crazy. It was just such a stupid thing, and it was cracking me up because it's very telling. Like some people just love the hunt, and I get that, but then there's some people there that because there's no other way they could possibly get those things,
Yeah.
and the thought is, if your mindset is we have to get there to get that $50 TV because
You can't afford 200
you can't
bucks.
scrape. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like you need to reevaluate the way you spend your free time
Mm-hmm.
because you're sat in line for 12 hours. You know how much money you could have made in that
Yeah,
time if
You
you
could have
just
worked in 12
even working a
hours.
shitty
and-
job. You could have made plenty of money. Like
Yeah, exactly.
I just never got that.
So, did you see anybody fighting each other and all that stuff?
At that
All
point,
kinda happened?
At that point, it was just it was a lot of yelling, but
Like
nobody
getting in
there was
line
no
and-
physical. There was a
yeah.
lot of yelling and people bitching about not being fair. There's only one, and yeah, blah, 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 blah. It's like, ugh.
When we still had respect for each other.
I'm not sure if that's what it was, or if people
Yeah.
were still scared of getting in trouble.
Mm.
I think is that
That's a good point.
as that's gone away,
Yeah.
and it's less likely that you're actually going to suffer any consequences for your
Yeah,
horrible
it's true.
behavior. I think it's become more commonplace for people to just go ahead and
Fucking
unload on
lose
people they
it.
don't know. Because, like, seriously, why are you laying hands on a stranger
Right.
over
Yeah.
what?
Over at Xbox,
When
really?
is that ever worth it? I mean,
Well, and it's funny. I haven't been to Black Friday in years, and I wonder how it's been affected now, though, because everything, all like Christine
We-
just said, is shopping online.
We've
right?
actually ended
So-
up at the store.
you can
On
go. It's not
Friday-
that big of a deal.
Well, no,
anymore.
we've ended up at the store on Friday, I think the last 2 years. And all the deals are still all day.
Yeah.
So like nobody's running out of anything. So we'll end up going like Friday night because we forgot something, we had to get something, or some reason.
They figured out that the limited number thing doesn't
Anything.
work in the age of the internet
Yeah.
either.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Because you can go anywhere. Where
Mhm.
there you were kind of stuck to your area, where you travel across town to go steal somebody else's deals.
I was gonna say, or you don't get them in your store at all because you limited.
Well, now it's changed so much because now they have, after Black Friday is what, Cyber Monday, right? Is the very next
Yes.
Monday. And it's like nobody goes to the store.
No, I mean those companies that you're buying online stuff from. I mean, I've been getting ads since the beginning of November.
Oh god.
Oh, yeah.
Saying,
Seriously.
There's Black Friday sale on now.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much the whole month of November
Yeah.
for some of that online stuff.
Yeah,
Well,
I see
all
that
all
too.
that
That's-
Black Friday ever was about the profitability of the companies.
Yep.
Was when they were able to get back in the black. Because,
Yep.
Because people started spending again.
Yep.
That was part of it.
That was all that it was. That's what Black Friday was called Black Friday for.
Oh, there's another story to it too.
Well, there's that. But that's that's for you racist people.
No, it's not. It wasn't a racist thing at all.
Oh
But there
my
is that
God.
too. So,
So what is it?
we'll get to that.
Fine, fuck you.
We'll
Stop.
talk about it.
It must be on the PPG.
Stop reading
Stop looking early.
the show notes.
I didn't read these show notes. When do we read your show notes?
So what's a good
Oh, son of a bitch.
you guys have any cool
There's show notes.
Thanksgiving stories? Any traditions that you guys typically do?
We usually have a big dinner.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
That's unique.
Sometimes have family over.
Okay.
Invite the Indian neighbors back down. Come on, you got the hay, you got the hoe.
Oh my goodness.
Now who's being racist?
So my one tradition that I hated was my grandmother's stuffing, which is my mother still likes it, and I think it's going to end with her because it's got oysters in it.
Ew.
Oh yeah,
Really?
and so there'd be these jars of raw oysters in the fridge leading up to Thanksgiving. What are those?
Ugh.
What are those for? And I found out
Ugh.
they went in the stuffing. I went, got it. Anyway, don't like that stuffing. It's a family
it cooked
tradition
in
that
the
will
bird?
die. I don't even know. I assume that stuff it in the bird and they make a pan of it. I think that's how
After,
that
yeah,
goes.
with the extras.
But yeah, I don't care for it at all. But I
Is
think
it-
that's the only mainstay of our family.
Does that come from a tradition? Like,
I know it was
Outside of
it was
that,
a
or-
stuffing that my grandmother made.
okay.
And
Where
my
she
mother
got it
continued-
from.
I don't know where the recipe's from. I assume it's from my grandmother's mother, Maud, or somebody.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know who. I know that I never liked it. When I found out what the
I've
ingredients
never
were in it,
even
I was like,
heard of
Yeah, I hadn't
that.
heard of that either. So I was curious where that comes from. That's interesting.
We're Mexicans, Spanish Mexicans, or actually we don't know from that. line.
Okay, well, that's interesting. I type in oysters in your
It comes up stuffing.
no pocket.
Oh.
Oysters in your pocket?
Yeah,
Hmm.
the song, apparently.
I hope
Bye.
they're cooked.
By
Roysters.
Royale Otis.
That's interesting.
Oh yeah, that is what it was from.
Got an oyster in my pocket.
Now I want to play it. And
It's all raw just for you.
It's okay. You don't have to.
Yeah, this game.
You
now I'm
really-
just
you
interested.
really don't have to.
Sorry.
Yeah. But anyway, I don't have any idea where it comes from. If it's any kind of family tradition carried on from the old country. I do know that my last name comes from some little village in Spain. And then the other side of my family. we have no idea where
Oyster
it
stuffing.
came
No, it's a thing. Southern cornbread stuffing with oysters. It's a thing.
from. Yet I don't like cabbage in my Jello. Weird.
Hmm.
What?
Crunchy Jello.
Ugh.
Shut up.
I'm not saying anything about yours. I didn't say yours. You don't have cabbage in yours.
I don't, but it's
You
still
have celery
crunchy.
and carrots, but
I like carrots.
it's interesting.
Oh, I know that.
It's actually
It's-
pretty
Delicious.
decent.
you could put granola in Jello. It'd be interesting.
So is it like coleslaw they put in it?
No,
I mean,
it's just like
like the-
shredded cabbage.
In what Jello? What
Green.
kind? In green Jello?
Yeah.
See, it is. You got to do green.
I don't know if it's green or not. I don't think it matters. That's what I've seen it in, and it always just makes you go, ugh.
That's the only Jello you can see through. Really, is green. Is that why?
No,
I
they're
mean,
all pretty translucent.
Hmm.
Did you
Tasty
put carrots
marshmallows.
in? Did you put carrots in orange, or what color's your Jello?
Lime.
To be
With carrots and
stealth,
celery.
like stealth mode.
Oh.
Going, Jello crunch.
Yummy.
Mm.
So it's limey with crunchiness, crunchy
Limey.
goodness.
He's talking about your green lime jelly.
It's delicious.
That's supposed to be what you
Yeah,
call it.
it's delicious. And he judged me forever, and then he tasted it. He was like, "It's pretty good."
We have video evidence. of it.
Everybody,
Oh, yeah.
everybody,
that he enjoyed it. Yeah.
everybody that comes over, it's so funny. They just look at it, and I'm like, "Will you just try it?" And then they're like, "Oh my god, that's so good!"
Yeah, it's actually
And
not
it's
bad.
always gone.
It's a lime jelly. What?
It's lime
Whatchamacallit?
jello.
Lime jello.
Lime jello.
With carrots and celery.
Oh, no, whatchamacallit?
No, whatchamacallits.
That might be yummy.
Those are
Candy?
chocolate,
That-
right?
That might be kind of yummy. Lime and chocolate. I don't know.
Sounds better than carrots and celery.
It's really not that bad. It's actually pretty decent.
It's actually kind of good.
I like crunchy stuff.
Yeah.
I do too, but I like stovetop stuffing.
Do you really?
Mm.
Oh, yeah. It's just basic bread and salt and spice.
Salt and goodness.
Yeah.
Well, my dad was saying my mom's always made homemade stuffing from scratch.
That's where you
And
learned it,
and
too.
I picked up her
Mhm.
recipe, and I love it. I can't
Yeah.
eat anything but that stuffing.
And I've
I love
never had homemade stuffing until I met you.
Yeah.
And I was extremely nervous because he puts apples in it. And I was like, why are you putting fruit in your stuffing? You're making it weird. And I
Hmm.
think the first year we actually even made regular, like I made my stuffing.
You did because you were afraid to.
I was
taste
afraid
it.
to eat it.
Yeah, I love
know
my
if it's
mother-in-law's stuffing. It
Yeah.
works for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's in it?
Good stuff.
It's like, I don't know,
I
deliciousness.
think giblets and stuff go into it.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and
Yeah,
all
good
that
flavor.
good
Yeah.
stuff.
There's
That goes
another
in
one
my
of those
gravy.
traditions that I could do without.
Goes in my
The
gravy.
giblet eating thing.
The giblets. It's just extra meaty goodness.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, no, it's not.
Flavor.
Yeah.
Definitely the flavor. 'Cause
We're
what
talking about the
gives-
same thing.
Yeah, that's what gives the gravy the flavor too.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
all that stuff. Yeah.
I put all those in my gravy. Oh my God, now you're making me hungry.
Jack's like, you people are messed up.
Well, I guess Jack's not coming over for
It's all the
Thanksgiving.
liver stuff. It all tastes like liver.
All weird stuff.
I don't like liver. I've tried liver. I don't like it.
Giblets taste like
Can't eat
liver.
it.
No.
I don't know. I've never eaten the giblets, so I don't know.
You do. You eat them in the gravy.
Not really though. I mean, it's not.
You get them in the gravy. There's chunks in there. You ain't missing them.
I probably picked the chunks out.
No, you eat it.
It's not bacon.
It's delicious.
It's not bacon.
Okay, are we gonna read? Are we just gonna? What are we doing?
I don't know. We're talking. That's what the
we
show's
reading
about.
our
We're talking.
thing?
You can. Do you want to read it?
off.
You want me to
'Cause
read it for you?
I'd love to have you pronounce that first.
Yeah, I'm curious on that one too.
In 1621, the Wampanoags
Close.
and Plymouth
Close.
colonists shared a harvest feast that lasted 3 days. You got to say it with like
Wampanoag.
Wampanoags. What is it?
Wampanoag, but it's
Oh,
close.
Wampanoags. That's the same.
Wamp
thing.
or womp? It's
Womp.
womp.
The potato.
I'm from
patata.
New York, so it's womp.
Womp.
Potato patata. The feast included deer, corn, shellfish. Hey, there's your oysters. And roasted meat, and was accompanied by ball games, singing, and dancing. Dry humping's not in there.
No, it's not.
That's what dancing is.
Thanksgiving is a federal holiday in the United States celebrated on the fourth Thursday of November. The modern national celebration dates to 1863 and has been linked to the Pilgrims' 1621 Harvest
Talking
Festival
to the mic.
since the late 19th century. As the name implies, the theme of the holiday generally revolves around giving thanks, and the centerpiece of most celebrating being a Thanksgiving dinner.
Word.
With
Word.
Wampanoag.
Wampanogs with the wamp rats.
Look, there's the people you have over.
There you go.
They have a bowl of peppers.
So traditionally,
Twikey.
turkey in your house.
He looks
Traditionally?
terrible.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I've heard some people do like a roast.
I've heard like
ham,
like a not a roast beef, but like a
prime rib, right?
yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
Hmm.
How'd you get prime rib from?
Yes, we're on that
He
wavelength.
knows.
Nice.
He knows what my thought process is. It's a whole lot of weird in here.
There's a triangle here because I
He
finished
gets
Joey's
him.
freaking thoughts.
He knows what
and
the
I
hell's
finished-
going on up here.
When are we gonna have that connection, Jack? Come on, I gotta start reading your mind.
Oh no, you don't.
He said, Jack's like mine. I'm like, you really don't want to know what's in here. It's a whole lot of weird.
So we talked about stuffing. Stuffing pretty much traditional for the meal, right?
Yeah.
Because we already talked about the different types of stuffing. So I'm gonna read more into that oyster one. I want to know where that comes from, though. I'm serious.
I can ask my mom.
It's got to be a tradition.
She might know.
somewhere. Yeah.
So green bean casserole, we never did green bean casserole.
Oh,
No.
I love green bean casserole.
Mm.
I know.
Yeah, I do too.
Did you? You always did?
Not always did it. No, it's been
Recently.
yeah.
I feel
And
like Campbell's made that shit up.
and I'm trying to think who brought it last because hasn't been at every
No.
meal, but you know, yeah, I do enjoy it when somebody brings it.
I feel like it's missing if it's not there.
Yeah, I do.
But
too.
my
Okay.
my sort of sister Missy always brings it to ours.
And is it
Okay.
all traditionally made the same? The green beans,
Pretty much.
cream of
Nothing
mushroom
weird,
soup,
nobody
and
The
throws
French
anything
onion
weird in
crunches
there.
on top.
French onion crunches.
I love the crunchy when it's more crunchy.
Now
Yeah,
somebody Nikki was allergic to mushrooms when they were cooked somehow. So she would make it with a different cream of something's
Oh, okay.
soup.
Cream of chicken, maybe.
Cream of chicken, yeah, maybe.
Or cream
Yeah.
of bullshit. I don't remember which one it was.
You know, they taste the same.
That's true.
So
Well,
pretty much.
I mean, you could do anything. You don't have to do. I really don't know how mushroom flavor you get out of there.
I don't think
By
you
the
need
time
much.
you cover it in fucking onions, you don't taste anything other than onions and green beans. So.
Yeah, see, we mix the onions in first, cook it like that, and then we throw the onions on top after to get it nice and crispy on top.
He's like double extra onions.
Lots of onions.
Mm.
So everybody's breath.
Maybe I
smells
should
good.
make it different.
Why?
I like that. The breaded onions, you know, like a blooming onion or
Yeah, that's what
they're.
they're.
That's
That's,
the
that's what we
the
use.
French
yeah.
fried onions.
Yeah,
from
the French's onions. Yeah,
Huh.
those are good.
they're
Wonder what
already
we
that
could
way,
put in
huh?
there and make it
So you
different.
buy them that way?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
buy them.
they come all
yeah, they
crushed
come
bean
in
crunch.
They're in
like
a
that.
little
Yeah.
container.
Oh, that's where we get them
You
from.
want to know what's really good?
Joey's like, I didn't
Take
know.
take those onions, put them in a Ziploc, crunch them up so they're real fine,
Yeah.
and batter your chicken in it and cook your chicken that way.
Oh, that would be good.
It's so good.
I was thinking you just take them, put them in your hand, and shove them in your mouth.
You do that too.
Delicious.
Delish.
Mm.
Mashed
Oh, yeah.
potatoes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, you gotta have taters.
Pretty common. A lot of people do sweet potatoes, like sweet potato casserole or
Oh, well, yeah, that's not
Oh, we do sweet
mashed
potatoes
taters.
Any of you guys?
And-
any of
oh,
you guys?
yeah.
Oh no, it's gonna be great.
Pea corn salad
Pea corn, like peas and corn.
with little cubes of cheese
no, that sounds interesting.
covered
though.
in mayonnaise.
Ugh,
It's the
no.
white trashiest thing you've ever had in your life.
Oh, so that's like the
So peas,
elote stuff with
I don't know what it is.
so
It's
peas
like
and
peas
corn
and corn,
and mayonnaise.
mayonnaise, and cheese.
You had me at the peas
Is
and
it
corn.
cold?
It's got to be
Yes.
cold. Yeah, of course.
Just asking a question. It doesn't have to be cold.
Oh, you want to? Oh, yeah, it's not. It's pretty lowbrow because I mean it's cheap, and not a lot
Huh.
of prep or talent involved. Throw these things in a bowl. All right.
I mean,
stir
look
it.
at the
Bitchin'.
green bean casserole. That's really not hard.
You have to bake stuff. You have to layer stuff.
You gotta mix it and throw in the oven. That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
You can fuck a green bean casserole up. You can't fuck up pea
That's
corn
true.
salad. that's the
Pea
real
corn
the
salad.
real test is you can't make it poorly. Like
Yeah.
cranberry sauce or real cranberries. Cranberry sauce can't fuck it up.
No. Real cranberries, you can
you
screw
fuck it
up.
up.
Yeah.
But I get that. You just put peas and corn and mayonnaise. I mean, you could have a little more mayonnaise, but again, it's not really gonna kill anything.
I've had some bad green bean casseroles in the past. it's like, that's not how I make it. It's kind of weird.
People do weird stuff though. That's I wonder if I could make it weird.
That's what I really, you gotta try. You gotta waste,
Yeah,
you gotta
then I
waste
could make
good
it.
yeah,
food
you got to
make it
have
weird.
gravy on those
Oh,
taters.
gravy!
Oh, yeah, heck yeah.
Gravy should have been way up at the top.
Gravy's one of those. Is another one of those real wide berths as far as variety and individuals. And you get used to what you call gravy, and then somebody else serves
How you
something
make
they
it,
call gravy. I'm
uh-huh.
like, this is like clear.
Yeah.
How
And
is
it's
this
watery.
gravy?
This isn't gravy. yeah.
Gotta be brown gravy. This is interesting. I never
Ooh.
thought about
We're
this.
going to do that this year.
Brussels
actually.
sprouts?
Yeah, that's what Lisa and I are going to do for,
Is that a traditionally
for
Thanksgiving
the,
dish?
the mill.
I've never heard of it.
I haven't done
Me
it for
neither.
Thanksgiving, but when we were in Texas.
Like that was your
Rachel
go-to dish.
did it quite a bit, and she just slices them in half and use lots of bacon on them, and then kind of a drizzle of maple syrup.
Really?
Yeah, and then you bake
Bacon?
it.
Ah,
It's,
sounds good.
It's really tasty.
So they're gonna get a little crunchy and sweet. I
It looks like
that.
they have a cheese in this one, though, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah,
Blue
that doesn't look
cheese.
very mapley
That
or
looks
bacon.
like a
No.
Yeah, I
cheese
do
sauce.
see some
Some stringy stuff.
stringy stuff there.
I like the sound of the maple and the bacon. But I think you could
Mm.
put like styrofoam cubes in there, would it be delicious with maple and bacon? Like, syrup and bacon and tofu. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's do it.
Good combination. You have
Jack's
to let us
like,
know how
"Heck
that
yeah."
turns out because I'm curious.
That's gonna be
That really
delicious.
sounds very
That
good.
sounds really good.
Yeah.
That sounds like dessert.
Yeah, when I ran across that, I was like, man, I've never heard of people making Brussels sprouts.
I do like Brussels sprouts.
Yeah, no, they're good. They're yummy.
Cranberry.
There's your cranberry sauce too.
So do you like cranberry sauce with chunks or without chunks?
I like it both ways.
Okay.
If it's like they're showing here,
Yeah.
it's got to be fresh and homemade.
Okay.
Cooked.
With
That's
chunks.
really
okay.
good. Yeah, but when it comes to leftovers, I like having the
The
solid
jelly,
stuff
yeah.
around to use kind of as a jelly and I
Okay,
put my
okay.
turkey sandwich, you know.
I like my cranberries can shaped.
Okay.
So you like to make that sound coming out of the can? That
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I like that kind of cranberry. That's all I really ever had growing up. I didn't have real cranberries till I was an adult.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
didn't either. We had the can.
And I was like,
Yeah.
wow, that's
Yeah.
a lot of
See,
work.
and I never liked the can. I never ate cranberries until we did the ones with the chunks because I didn't like the jelly. It was weird
Yeah.
to me.
But I think there's more because we just recently got introduced to the chunky one that's in the Ocean
Can,
Spray can,
yeah.
whatever it is, and the flavor is really good.
Chunky one.
Yeah,
it's
there's
got
an
it's got,
Ocean
it's got
Spray
chunks
with
of
chunks in it.
cranberry in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the
And it's-
gel?
In the
It's
in
not
the
a
can.
gel at all.
It's not
just
really in
cranberry
a
sauce.
gel.
It's like,
It's
a
like that.
it's like a syrup
Yeah.
almost in there.
Do you heat it up or do you just
No,
do it
I'll
cold?
just do it
cold.
cold. But it has a
Can't do it
really
warm.
good flavor to it.
It's
Because
really
cranberry
good.
sauce is just you take cranberries, you kind of boil them.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
sugar
you
on
just
them. Put sugar.
Yeah,
in
Kind
it.
of
no,
mush 'em
yeah. Sugar.
Pretty easy to make.
Yeah, I
Interesting.
never had it before until, like I said, until recently. I've always
Maybe I
had
should
the
make fresh
one from the
cranberries.
can that looks like a can.
I had it from
comes
an
out.
adult as an adult, and I didn't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
Because it was like the jelly stuff, I just eat it.
Yeah, you know what that is. You're like, I know what this is. We're good.
Yeah, but spoonfuls of this didn't seem right.
It's good. It's actually pretty good.
Yummy.
What do you put it on?
Everything.
Yeah, you can eat it with
Pork.
chicken. You can eat it with pork. It's
Mhm.
really good with pork.
Really
actually.
good with pork.
Very good.
All right.
Pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie.
What's your go-to
Of course.
dessert?
Me?
You.
Well,
Thanksgiving, not Christmas. Thanksgiving. What's your go-to dessert?
Mom always makes a lemon meringue pie, and that's always what
Your go-to.
that's
dessert.
my go-to.
Okay.
Oh, for me to make or eat?
You to enjoy on
lemon meringue,
Thanksgiving.
lemon meringue pie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jack.
Pumpkin pie with a layer of plum sauce in it.
Ooh,
I'm kidding.
I was
that
like,
actually
layer
sounds
what?
pretty good. Actually,
I'm like plum sauce. All right.
no.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing that people do to ruin traditions.
Exactly.
It's not good. It's
You've had
first, yeah. First off,
He's like,
no,
no,
one's expecting it.
Yeah.
So there's the whole like, what the fuck is going on? Just
Why'd you ruin dessert?
black stripe underneath? It's like, ugh. Yeah, it's not it doesn't need to be fixed. Pumpkin pie doesn't need to be fixed.
Let it be.
You either like it or you don't. But I've seen a few different instances where people are trying to like amp it up or make it their own thing or putting things in it, and this is like,
Pumpkin
just
pie.
knock it off.
I did have pumpkin pecan pie one time, and it was very good. It was a good combination.
No.
Yeah.
I could dig that.
Yeah, it was really good.
I'm just not that interested in experimenting. I know what combo I get at each restaurant. Like I don't need to mix it up too much.
Yeah.
But when it comes to going to Thanksgiving stuff, I'm historically I'll eat whatever I didn't cook.
That's true.
What about you, Joey? What's your go-to?
Well, my favorite has gone by the wayside because, well, when Lisa's grandmother was still alive, her dad's mom, she and I both really got into mincemeat pies.
Ooh, okay.
And so we had mincemeat pies the whole time that, she was alive.
Yeah.
But she and I were the only ones that ate them.
So now
They
you
ate it.
can't eat it
But-
all by yourself.
But then after she passed, it's like, no, nobody's bringing the mincemeat pies.
Hmm.
But
So what's
So-
in it? Because I've never had one.
mincemeat, it's
Yeah.
basically it's raisins, pineapple. I don't know what else all goes in it. I know there's cloves in it because it's got that clovey taste.
Okay.
And-
It's a cousin to the fruitcake.
Oh, is it?
yeah, without the cake.
Oh, it is
Okay.
kind of.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that you like it or you don't want to have anything.
Yeah,
to
I
do with
think that the name of it turns most people off.
it. Well, the
'Cause the
name.
Well, it's
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
supposed to be a mince pie,
It's not as disgusting as like.
but a
head
mincemeat
cheese, but
pie
it's
is
up
what
there.
they've called it. It's a
Mhm.
sweet pie of English origin filled with mincemeat, being a mixture of fruit, spices, and suet,
Suet.
I don't
which
know about the
is
suet.
a fat,
Oh,
essentially. Sorry, I hit the wrong button and now I've lost my stuff. Pies are traditionally served during Christmas season. The ingredients are traceable to the 13th century when returning to Europe. They brought it with them. Meats, fruits, and spices.
yeah. These
Nope,
didn't have
that's all I
real meat in them, though.
Right. They just
No.
call it that. Yeah.
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 But I think back in the
Crispy.
in those days, they did put some. Well, you said some fats, so I imagine it's
Made
fat
out
Yeah,
of
it's
the
like a
meat.
lard or
Meat,
a fat.
yeah.
We're going to recipes. Here we go.
All
What do we
right.
got?
Oh boy, here we go.
Ingredients. Oh,
Yes.
half a pound of steak, apple cider, apples,
Yeah, don't put the steak in.
No.
currants, raisins, sour cherry, white sugar, candied fruit peel, butter, ginger cloves, nutmeg, cinnamon, salt, sour pitted cherries,
Mm.
and heavy cream.
Mm.
The meat kind of
Yeah, I'm saying,
kind of ruined
I'm-
it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure
But
none of
by
the
that
stuff I ever had
point-
meat in it. But
It might have though, because by that point, once you cover it in, you don't even notice it. It's
Oh, you
more of
taste it.
just
You
a
would taste it.
substance.
If there was meat, you would taste it. I
Not
could see you
really.
maybe.
yeah, I would need a
fat from it.
toothpick afterward.
Huh.
I'd be interested in trying one though. I would.
It's delicious.
Yeah. Mm.
It's been a while,
Traditional
but yeah,
mincemeat.
pumpkin pie would be the
Your go-to.
norm for now.
Maybe I'll make you a mincemeat pie, Joey.
What-
Well, there you go.
What's your go-to?
All desserts.
All desserts.
Just so you can try it. Keith.
Pumpkin
Yeah.
rolls. I really do like pumpkin rolls.
You make good pumpkin rolls though.
I do
Really
love
good.
pumpkin rolls. They're just a pain in the ass to make.
They're a lot of work.
What are they made out of?
They're just a pain in the ass.
It's
delicious.
well, tell them what it is.
What, a pumpkin roll?
Yeah.
It's so you take a pumpkin,
It's a
you make like a
process.
spice cake,
Mhm.
but you have to make it thin. Like, so you do it in the whole cake pan. So you make it super thin, but you have to make it thinner and not as thick as a normal cake because you have to be able to roll it. You physically roll it.
It's a pumpkin crepe.
So once you make it, you have to flip it over, put it on a towel with powdered sugar, roll it up while it's still warm,
Oh, I know. what
hope
these
it
are.
doesn't break, put it in the fridge, let it cool, and then you make your filling.
Pumpkin rolls.
And then you have to unroll
Hmm.
it, filling it, and then you have to re-roll
They're
it back
ve-
up
they're very
and
good.
hope it stays all together. But they're delicious
bet.
when they're done.
Like,
I've had
And
this.
even if they do break,
probably
they're
have.
still
I
delicious.
had one you made.
Probably.
oh, maybe. Yeah. Yeah.
like
they're-
2 years ago or so. Yeah,
Dangerously
probably.
good.
I remember it though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's literally looks like
It's
a
like a
spiral.
Swiss roll.
Yes.
Looks like a Swiss roll.
Yeah.
pumpkin.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Covered in
for
powdered
whatever,
sugar.
when you said a pumpkin roll, I was thinking like dinner rolls, and I'm going like, ugh.
I mean,
But
that
no, I
sounds
know
good
what that
too.
is.
Yeah, it has like the swirly.
They're dangerous.
They're delicious. Oh no, I can't
Yeah,
make them
so-
anymore because who I'm married to.
Now-
Cream chocolate.
Speaking of grandmothers, my grandmother, when she was alive, she made the best apple pie.
Mm.
It was delicious. And that was my go-to. She got to the point where as I got older, she would make me my own apple pie because she knew I loved it so much. She'd make one just for me.
That's cool.
So let me ask you though. So, being it was your grandmother in that age, did anybody in the family ever put a slice of cheese on it?
No.
That American cheese, the Kraft singles.
Really?
On an apple pie.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's it's good. Don't want it to be, but it's good.
Well, that's like when
that
you
was
put
something I got from my grandfather.
when you
or
put.
something.
I've never
Yeah.
tried
but
it.
it's,
I
but
had
it's the Kraft singles.
It has to be like a
Yeah, I know.
yellow,
I-
like a yellow American.
His could have been
It wasn't
just
white though.
regular
Was it yellow?
cheddar, slice
Okay.
of cheddar that put on it. But yeah,
Yeah, I don't know
Still
about.
Okay.
I remember having that with the Kraft singles.
And you just have to try it
It's really
because
good.
yeah.
Apple dumplings are good. Too.
Mm.
Oh, mom used to make, and you'll hear dad talk about it. These and I have to find the recipe one of these days. They were orange, like dumpling cookies, because it literally had like the filling in the middle, and you pinched it over and made like a dumpling looking kind of cookie. And she would put dark chocolate on the top, but it was like a fresh, sweet orange filling on the inside.
That's interesting.
And it was so good. She would put some of the rind in, so it had like that tart that went with it.
Yeah.
It was absolutely delicious.
What's up, Arthur?
Absolutely delicious. And I know I have the recipe somewhere. And it's the thing, like my pumpkin roll, it's a pain in the ass. It takes like 3 days to make. So you have to make the filling and then you have to let it sit and then you have to, but it's so good.
So in England, they do have meat in their meats.
That's what all the recipes showed,
Yeah.
Dad. I'm going to have to make one with meat and without meat and let the boys decide which one's in there.
I'll be the one without the meat.
I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to make you try both and tell me which
Is
one
that a
you like.
show? Is that a show?
I'll make them for
Is
the
that a
show.
show?
I would try it either way.
Would you?
But yeah.
Well, especially because he knows that they're good.
I'm game for anything. I'll try anything.
You want me to make one with and one without? I'll
Sure,
get little
why
pie
not?
plates.
Yeah, you might wait till Christine comes back to visit.
Yeah,
she
and
likes
she
these
likes
them
things.
too,
yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'll make little pie. We got to.
Oh yeah.
Love me some
I
cherry
love
pie.
me some cherry pie.
We should never stand up like that, though.
No, the crust
No,
never
that's true.
stands up that way.
That's one of
This
those.
is made with epoxy.
That's one of those plastic ones at the
That's
display counter.
Fake pie right there.
Fake
Mine
pie.
looks like that when I first scoop it out, and then it just all the way on the bottom. But it's delicious.
You use 2 different types of cherries though, which is what I like.
I do. I use sour and sweet.
Yeah.
I
So
use-
you don't know which one you're getting.
Well,
huh,
it's
in the
double the sour. So because cherry pie with all sweet is too sweet for me.
bite? Mhm.
By the time you put like the sugar on your crust and everything, it's just too sweet. So I put the sour cherries in there, and it makes it just a little. More
It's good. It adds a
whole
different-
is what I'm
yeah.
gonna say.
More experience in
Little
your
more
mouth.
What are the
More-
big? What
it's
are the big?
It's like a patty in
delicious
your
cherries we
mouth.
talked about before?
The what?
The $8 a pound cherries. The
Oh.
Rainiers.
Rainers. Yeah.
Oh my
Can you,
goodness!
can you use those in pie?
You could.
You got to cook them.
It'd be a lot of cherries.
Yeah,
Mm.
that'd probably be good.
$400 pie.
Literally, here's a $500 pie.
So what are these cherries you're talking about?
They're like white and red.
The Rainier, they're yellow. They're almost yellow.
Yeah,
and
they're
got
like
a tinge of
yellowy.
red to them. They
But
come
they're
out
really expensive, huh?
super expensive, like $8 a pound.
But they're so.
Yeah, they are really
Just-
They're
good.
super good.
Mm.
Just to eat fresh, they're
just
super,
meaty
super
and
good.
delicious.
They're not really sweet, but they're not sour.
They're perfect.
They're really
They're
good.
kind of perfect.
Trust me, I dislike it when it's that time of the year because every time he comes back to the grocery store with a bag, I'm like, it's $20 right there.
I love
Eat it
cherries so
tonight.
much. Right when I buy a bag in the grocery
Yeah.
store,
Eat the
I'm eating
whole
them
thing.
on the way home.
Literally.
Spitting the seeds out the
And
window.
he eats them by
Yeah.
by the end of the day. The bag's gone. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right.
So the next year there's an orchard growing on the way home.
Right,
Right?
pretty much. You
Store.
got some trees.
I know. I'm like, oh, look at that tree right there. Heck, I would grow one if I could.
Word to the wise too. If you eat a whole bag of cherries,
Oh,
be,
don't go.
be prepared the
anywhere.
next couple of days. It's
Don't go anywhere the next day.
definitely
It's a coming for
definitely
you.
moves through you. So I make a cheesecake with
Ooh,
half cherry and half blueberry on top,
Mm.
and that's
So
really good
good.
too. I like
that's
that.
delicious.
Getting
That's
hungry.
delicious.
All right, enough of food.
Well, enough of food. What else
Mom
we-
used to make. It was like the cheesecake on the bottom, and she would do it for 4th of July and all that stuff. She'd make it into a flag, and so she'd do the red and the white,
Yeah.
the blueberries and the
No,
cherries.
that's cool. Strawberries or whatever on top.
Mm.
It's good.
I made a cannoli cheesecake one year that was
Oh,
really
yeah?
good. It was very good.
His lemon cheesecake's way better.
It was a year where I just experimented with all these different types. I made an Oreo cheesecake. I
Oh,
made
Christine says salted caramel cheesecake.
Ooh, that would
So
be good.
so what'd you do to make it the cannoli? You wrap the cheesecake in a cannoli?
No, I made it
No,
like
like
regular
the
cheesecake,
filling,
but I put the
Chocolate
the
and the
ricotta cheese
there you go.
and mixed.
and then
Oh, okay.
chocolate chips
Yeah.
in there. It was really good.
It was really good.
Mm.
Super delish.
Cannoli.
So
I
yummy.
made one year. I made a Fruity Pebbles cheesecake.
That I have
Somebody
yet
dared
to
me to
try.
do, and it was funny as hell. So I bought a box of Fruity Pebbles.
I
Just
bet
kinda
it was
sprinkled-
good.
It was actually pretty good. It
I
wasn't
know.
bad.
I'm like, you need to make it because I bet it was pretty good.
I'll make it.
Was it still crunchy?
It was, yeah.
All
it was
right.
crunchy after
Oh,
it
was
cooked.
it really?
Oh yeah, it stayed pretty
because
crunchy.
it really doesn't have a lot of liquid to like
Well,
soak it up.
What I did was I sprinkled it after it cooked. Before I put it in the fridge, I sprinkled it on
okay.
top too. So you had the layer on top.
Oh,
and
so
then
you had
what
the
was
crunchy on
inside,
top
yeah.
and the
Yeah.
inside? Oh, man.
Made the inside
You need
all
to
kinds
put
of colors.
Pop Rocks in it.
Oh,
can you
I don't know
imagine?
what that would do in the oven.
We had a Fruity
Yeah.
Pebbles espresso at an event here recently.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it was actually really good. It was weird, but it was good.
Huh.
a lot of flavors.
A lot of flavors.
Yeah, Jack doesn't
Espresso.
like a lot of flavors at once,
Not usually.
especially once you get chunks and everything in there. He just really doesn't.
You get a little too creative sometimes with
Yeah.
the textures and
Yeah.
flavors. And it's like, it's
Okay.
just ease up.
Those are my absolute favorite. The cordial cherries.
Yeah.
I love those freaking things.
Yeah.
They bring them out for
It's all you.
Valentine's Day every
Mhm.
year.
Mm.
See, now I use Valentine's Day in the right context. The other
Good
night, I
job.
don't know where it came from.
He tells me that later. He's like, I don't know where the hell Valentine's Day came from. I was like, I was going with it. It's fine.
Had to be the whiskey.
Who knows?
All right, so this definition of Black Friday, the term Black Friday originated in Philadelphia, where the game is played, the Army-Navy game,
Oh, okay.
and was used by police to describe the chaos that occurred in the city on the day after Thanksgiving. The chaos included large crowds, traffic, accidents, shoplifting, and police working extra hours.
Huh.
So that's one of the popular.
How did it turn into a shopping
Why is
thing
it
then?
called Black Friday?
That's what they called it, meaning it was like a dark Friday. Like
Not
Was
because
it
it
the
wasn't
dark
black
day?
people.
no, had nothing to do with that. Had nothing to do with that.
Wow, Jack.
Wait, are we serious?
What?
Never mind. I don't know. What city
I'm
was that
just
in?
not going to touch it.
Okay,
Well, it's Philadelphia, yeah. So
I'm trying to touch
I
it
get
'cause
what
don't
you're
know.
saying.
I'm just curious. Like,
No,
It's never been a
it
race
didn't,
thing.
no.
It's always just been shopping or like doom
The
for
cops
the
call the
people that are
worst
working
day.
it.
okay, whatever.
Yeah.
It's because a lot of stuff happened.
But all hell would
A lot of
break loose if
chaos.
it was called White Friday.
Well, I, don't know
Right.
why, I just don't understand. Like, why wouldn't it just be Shitty Friday or something like that? I don't know.
Because-
Whatever.
Because I think it goes along with your definition of it, where companies would be in the black.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
think that's how they just kept it termed Black Friday.
Yeah.
Then they could have a double entendre and get away with it.
Yes.
Understood.
There you go.
Go
Correct.
Clan people.
So these are some Black Friday incidents that have
Uh-oh.
happened over the years.
Oh,
So
Long
it's-
Island.
It's kind
Uh-oh.
of good. You want to read this, or somebody else want to read it? Who can see it?
I can read it. In 2008, a Walmart employee in Long Island, for people,
Yeah, my people.
was trampled to death when more than 2,000 I like how they make it like a happy time. Enthusiastic gift grabbers busted through the store's front door and could not be contained. This marks Black Friday's first stampede fatality.
Hmm.
Not too bad. Not too bad. 2011, there were no deaths. I like how you start out with
Right.
there were no deaths.
Let's clarify.
So it's
It's on
good.
a high note.
But 20 people were injured in North Carolina when an off-duty cop reportedly began pepper spraying shoppers. In 2011, NBC reported he was raining it over the whole crowd, a witness said. Some of it got my granddaughter in her face and eyes, and she had to go to the emergency room because she is
She's
asthmatic.
asthmatic.
Huh. Fellow cops seemingly covered for him by describing the raining as a puff of pepper spray. I feel like if you're next to a cop and he's spraying pepper spray, your ass probably shouldn't have been there.
Well, when you're in a
But, you
Black
know.
Friday crowd, I mean, you can't exactly move.
Oh, yeah, you can.
And it's hard.
Start pitching people.
So 2012, two people in Tallahassee, Florida were shot over a parking spot. Adding insult to injury, the victims never even made it into the mall for Black Friday savings.
Oh, that's
Damn.
even better.
That sucks.
Kind of like that. 2016, two people were shot in the parking lot. You're not even in the store yet. Of a South Jersey shopping mall. Well, you're
Well, it's Jersey, so there you go.
in a South Jersey shopping mall, so you're lucky you made it anyways. One died and the other was injured, but it was far from the only parking lot shoot up. Judging by the outcome of a Walmart parking lot argument in San Antonio, Black Friday is the wrong day to be a good Samaritan. According to the Washington Post in 2016, Zoraito Zarate saw a man pulling a woman's hair. He told the guy to take your hands off her. The hair puller complied, only to reach for his gun and murdered Zarate.
See, people are just nuts. They're crazy.
I mean, yeah. No.
Yes, we did.
Did we?
We watched this movie.
Was it terrible?
It's the one where they showed Black Friday at the beginning. They tried to lock down the store, remember?
Oh, yeah, and the
Yeah.
lady got her hair pulled. Yeah, it was terrible.
Have you guys seen it?
No.
It was terrible. Don't watch that.
Sounds terrible.
Arthur, did you like it? Because I didn't think it was very good. I was a little disappointed in it.
Absolutely terrible. 2018, one final lesson for those brave enough to shop on Black Friday. Keep your eyes to yourself. Okay. Following this advice might have preserved a man from being shot at a mall in Memphis, Tennessee. According to the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, a shopper last year had the temerity
Yeah.
to check out an attractive woman. Outside the mall, he got knocked out and shot by the woman's boo. Who the fuck wrote this? An overexcited spectator then pulled out his own gun and began shooting. The paper reported that it was unclear if the man was shooting at the brawlers or just into the air.
1983, there was a Stampede appearance and
Oh,
parents
yeah,
and violence going
yeah.
after Cabbage
Oh,
Patch
I
Dolls.
remember
Yep.
Oh,
That was nuts.
that got insane. What was the other one? The bear? The singing bear?
Teddy Ruxpin?
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, Teddy Ruxpin.
I had one of those.
Did you?
I think he's still in the attic at Dad's house. Because he's not here. Oh, he might be here. Yeah.
Lastly,
no.
you put up those Christmas trees.
We need a new Christmas tree. You got a Christmas tree in your stuff? No,
Real ones or fake ones?
fake ones.
I've got a couple of fake ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was definitely a cheesy movie.
it was terrible.
That's why I
it was
didn't like it,
hilarious, but it was terrible.
It was an interesting movie. Watch
you
it.
got our
Watch it if you want to be
earphones and
entertained.
Huh?
So watch it if you want to be entertained.
Yeah, have a couple drinks. It was definitely funny.
Are there any definitively, other than Charlie Brown, are there any definitively Thanksgiving movies?
Like the Christmas movies, but for Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Because
No,
there's a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving movie.
And there's a good pumpkin, which is more for Halloween than. But I think that's
So
it.
growing up, you know what movie they always played? Mighty Joe Young.
For Thanksgiving.
Every Thanksgiving they played Mighty Joe Young.
I don't think I even know that
remember
movie.
Yeah.
being played on Thanksgiving evening was The Wizard of Oz.
Oh, maybe, yeah,
Yes.
Because there was one time a year you could see it.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't used to have it on tape.
Yeah, that was before
Huh.
those things were available.
Mighty Joe Young,
I don't know what Mighty
About
Joe
the
Young
the
is.
ape. It was kind of like
King Kong.
it was like a King Kong, yeah, almost.
Hmm.
But
When was that movie made?
oh Jesus,
Is it really old?
Dad, help me out. 1960s, maybe.
I don't remember Mighty Joe Young.
Yeah,
I do remember The Wizard of Oz coming on once a year.
I don't know if they played King
Oh,
Kong.
1949.
What, Mighty Joe Young?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Is that early?
Hmm.
I was way off.
Then they have a 1998 when they redid it.
Garfield's Thanksgiving.
Was it this one that you saw?
No, it was the original. It was black and white.
So it was that one. Probably.
Yeah, the original one. Yeah.
1949 then.
They played King Kong too. That's maybe that was the case too. But I remember specifically watching
So
that
Garfield has a Thanksgiving.
Garfield.
Oh yeah, yes. Yeah.
Mm. All
I
right.
do love what's the cat's name?
Garfield.
Otis.
Normal.
Felix?
No, the
Nermal. The cat he's always
Cat,
trying to ship
oh.
off.
Oh,
I knew who you
Jack
were looking
knows.
for as soon as you said it.
Jack
I just remember
knows.
Felix.
Jack
It's the cat. Yeah,
knows.
it's Normal. Felix the cat.
what was the dog?
Wasn't that-
Otis, wasn't
Otis.
it? Otis, yeah.
No, Odie.
Was
Odie
it
was
Odie.
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 Nermal's the cat. The
Normal was
little
a
gray
kitten-
cat.
Was a kitten. It was so
Mm.
cute, and he was
So
always
he's trying to ship her somewhere.
ship her to Abu Dhabi.
Yes. In a box to Abu Dhabi.
I wonder why it didn't have any good Thanksgiving movies though, like dedicated to Thanksgiving. That's interesting.
No.
You have enough Christmas ones.
Ask Charles.
What's your
Schultz.
favorite Christmas one from back in the day that you grew up with?
Jack.
I don't know.
Back in the day was when I was a kid was Rudolph. I was like,
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
love Rudolph.
you
Guys
seen the
are
remakes?
Rudolph? Okay.
Have you seen the remakes?
Yeah.
They're so good.
Yeah.
They're so good. They're so just perfect. Like the animations are spot on. Oh, I love it. They give the Yeti a bunch of cocaine.
You ever seen the Mafia one?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Where the elves are all gangsters.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh.
The Yeti
They
did
give
that
you,
shot.
you ever seen a Yeti? You want 2 pounds of blow?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's so
Is
screwed
it
up.
the stop motion
Yeah,
stuff too?
They did
or-
it. The animation
Oh,
is
it's just yeah,
it's
spot on.
perfect.
Yeah.
It's
I don't think I've
hilarious.
seen that
Oh, it's
one.
freaking hilarious.
It's great.
It is
It's
funny.
so
We gotta
good.
watch that. I
Yeah,
don't think
it's
I've
worth
seen
seeing
that.
because they do the same characters and everything, and it's just beautiful because it's just so wrong.
No, Allison.
Shitter's
no.
full.
No.
So I enjoyed. I like
I
the
still
Christmas
like
story.
Christmas
Yeah, I like
Story.
this. I like it.
I love the Christmas story.
It was a good movie.
It wasn't, you know, it wasn't a tradition when I was a kid, but as I got older, I enjoyed it. I
It
didn't,
came out after I was a little older. So,
Everybody loved it. I hated that movie.
Rudolph
Hate
and
it.
Frosty were my favorite.
but
though,
those
growing up.
were I was a kid when those came out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like
Rudolph,
the-
Frosty, and Santa Claus is coming to town.
Yes.
Yep.
Which one's the abominable snowman in one? Is
That's
that
Rudolph.
Rudolph?
That's
Yeah.
Rudolph.
Yeah, I
one,
like that one.
Heat
Is that-
Miser was in what?
That's
Was
the
it-
Bumble.
Yeah, the Bumble. I
Mr.
like him.
Heat
He's my
Miser
favorite.
was Santa Claus coming to town.
And the guy with
or-
his mustache.
Wasn't it like the year that we almost missed Christmas or something? What was the
I don't
name?
know.
What was
That
the
was
movie
Rudolph.
with Heat Miser though. No, Heat Miser was a different character.
Oh, that was the Burgermeister burger.
No,
one
no,
was
no.
from
The
Santa Claus was coming.
Burgermeister burger?
Wasn't that Santa Claus was coming to town? Was one with the
Heat
Burgermeister
Miser?
burger?
Yeah, he was blue. I think his character.
Oh, I know you're talking. Yeah,
Like
that was.
the older looking
I
dude.
have a real vague memory of that one.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. There he is.
What one was that?
Christmas specials. Hold on. Heat Miser is in. Oh, please.
Yeah, Rudolph's really the only one I remember. And then the new version.
A
the
Year
new gangster
Without
version
a Santa
kills you.
Claus.
You without Santa Claus. That's what it
Mm.
was. Okay.
And he looks like this guy with the red nose.
Yes.
Oh, I don't remember that thing at all.
The Winter
I don't
Wizard
either.
and Santa Claus is coming to town.
He's
Used
that
to
guy.
scare me as a
Yeah.
child.
Hmm.
He looks terrifying. His hair looks like it's on fire. George S. Irving.
Christine got to meet Ralphie on her birthday.
Ugh, so sorry.
Oh, no kidding.
Oh,
That's
cool.
cool.
I just could not get into that movie. Like, I'm sorry.
You know why you couldn't? I'll tell you why.
it's the
Your girl.
stupidest. You already know.
No, so much so because you didn't grow up in the snow.
No.
You didn't grow up in that kind of atmosphere.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys did, but I did. I grew up. in
Jack
that,
grew
you
up
know,
here.
So.
You like that movie?
I didn't know when I wasn't familiar with it when I was a kid. I didn't watch it till I was an adult.
Oh,
Yeah,
there you
that's
go.
when I saw it.
It was like on all the time growing up. Like every night at 7 p.m. this fucking movie's
Yeah,
on.
but so is It's a Wonderful Life, and that's a good movie.
Mhm.
What's
Yeah,
interesting
like-
is like the Christmas Story doesn't have anything that I can necessarily relate to. Didn't have neighbors with jerk dogs.
yeah.
We didn't have a crazy aunt that sewed us
No.
any kind of pajamas. The
Nobody's
lamp, the
catching
leg
the tree
lamp.
on fire.
I didn't have a dad. You know, so
All those
a
things.
lot of the
didn't-
things that were big deals in that movie, I didn't have or
Yeah.
have growing up, but I still enjoyed it and still, you know, it's still considered a classic movie.
Yeah.
Even though it's kind of full of bullshit. Oh, you know, the one thing that we did have was our daughter did almost shoot her eye out with a BB gun.
there you go.
That was wild.
Shoot your eye out.
Well, because she look at the scope, she shoots it, and then she goes, "Ow! What the hell's happened?" We realized the boards that we were shooting were too hard for the BBs, and
Oh, it
Bounce
didn't
back?
go through. It came
Ooh.
back.
hit the target, and actually, yeah, and
Hit
it
her.
was wild. It was like
Oh,
just unbelievably like, ooh, that was.
That was close.
that was
Very
close.
Hell,
I don't know if she shot one since, but still.
That's
She
cool that
loves
can
you,
meet him, though.
Christine.
That's cool.
So I
Didn't,
drop you off outside. And
didn't
be
they do like a
"Have
remake
fun."
where they were older when they went back to the house or something?
Yeah, I
or-
haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it
That was
either.
just the last couple of years they
Yeah.
did that, wasn't
I
it?
don't know.
Another Christmas Story or
Yeah, something
like that.
Christmas
yeah.
Story 2.
What about Scrooge? Did you guys like Scrooge
Scrooge was a great movie.
growing up? Which one though? Which one did you like?
Wait a minute. Are you talking about a Chris the whole Ebenezer Scrooge
Yeah,
story? Okay, I thought you were talking about the movie Scrooged.
That's great too.
oh that
The
That
movie
was a great-
Scrooge.
that was
is
a great movie.
Fucking hilarious.
But-
But
Yeah.
when it comes to that, the Disney one is the one that's in my head.
Really?
Yeah, with Scrooge McDuck and Tiny Tim as the Mickey Mouse.
Okay.
That's the one that I think of the most.
Okay.
see, I like
I
the
like the-
George C. Scott one.
I like the Muppets one.
And
The
I like,
Muppets is good.
I
I
like
like
the
the
Muppets
Albert
one.
Finney one.
That
Which
one's
one?
good too.
Yeah, Albert Finney.
I don't know any live action ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know they exist, but I've never.
Yeah.
It's always been the Mickey one,
And
then-
mine's always been the
Muppets is
Muppets one.
second-
Like that was
secondary.
just, that's
But-
always the
Heat
one.
Wave.
Yeah.
But Scrooge was a great concept.
Scrooge was-
it was fun.
so good.
It was funny. It was a good movie.
All
I
right,
think I
guys.
think we watched it together. Didn't I watch it with you last year? I made you watch it.
Fucking death.
You make me
It
watch
That
a
was
lot.
hilarious.
was a good movie.
The guy who played Marley, he's got all the bullet holes in him.
Oh, yeah. We did watch that.
Pulling
Okay,
eggs
I've
out of his
seen it.
mouth. Funny.
Who's Rick Moranis in there?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of good-
Oh,
lot of good
Christmas with the
character actors.
Cranks.
Bobcat Goldthwait was great. He was great in that. He's funny.
Oh, jeez.
Arthur likes Home Alone, Christmas with the Cranks, which is a good movie, Jingle All the Way, and Christmas Vacation. I don't know if I've seen Jingle All the Way.
You know, we should be saving this conversation for our Christmas
Sorry.
show.
True.
We
Talk
have
about-
no Thanksgiving ones to talk about.
I know. It's
Krampus, you can't. Come on. Can't forget that one. But what was so Thanksgiving, what did you watch TV in the evening? Did
No,
you
we just-
have any like,
If you had men in your house, you watched football and shit.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And if you didn't have men in your house, you ate.
you just sat around and talked?
Just ate and just hung out. That was it.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, I don't know if there's anybody that has different traditions, but I mean, really, that's what it was. Thanksgiving was football and food.
Yep.
And which fell on whichever side you fell on. We
Yeah.
didn't have guys in my house, so we never did sports shit. It was just we just ate.
It played in the background. Did you let it play in the background even though you didn't
No,
No?
not till I was an adult.
Oh, okay.
Then we had people that are joining our family that
who
that
like
did that
watched
stuff.
football?
But when it's funny because the only reason we did Thanksgivings after my grandmother didn't put them on was my sister started putting them on.
Yeah.
Because my mother it was such a trauma trigger point for her because all that she remembered was my grandmother's bitching, pissing, and moaning, and making the food just like just being. That's the way she was. Very
Yeah.
demonstrative, tiny little loud lady. And so my mom was like, in her mind, Thanksgiving was just a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
So she wasn't interested in doing it. So she didn't. So my sister did. She took it up and she started doing
After
it.
so
all.
long, I get that though. Like you did it while you raised the kids.
Well,
You did
people
it
for-
all these years.
People
Like
forget how much.
it's a
how much an
lot of
impression
work.
you can put on your kids, and like when you're constantly complaining about,
Yeah.
it's funny to me because towards the end of my grandmother's life, I remember when she's in the nursing home and she used to wax nostalgic about. I remember when I used to cook you kids breakfast and stuff, and I was like, I do too. What are you thinking about? Because she's these damn kids and
Yeah. You're like, for me, it didn't look like it was a great time in your life.
It was. She wasn't celebrating. You're like so
Yeah.
thankful. I'm glad I get to. She's just pissing, moaning, bitch about it. Like
gotta
I
feed
remember
you
very
fuckers
clearly.
all the time.
That's the way she was about it. But then it was interesting because later in life,
The way she
she
saw
thought
it.
about it as a
Yeah.
as a neat thing, and it's
Yeah.
like that's wild.
That's so
Because what
funny.
I remember of her that was peaceful and nice wasn't that. It was
Yeah.
we had good moments, and I love my grandmother
That's
very
funny.
much. But she was
It wasn't the same.
No, it
That's
wasn't.
hilarious.
I would have never guessed that she would have thought of it as an endearing memory that was
Every time I fed
special
you,
to her that way.
oh, Yeah.
Remember when I used to get breakfast? I'm like, yeah. Why
You're
are you-
like, was that good
is
for
this
you?
the right
It
time to
didn't
talk
seem
about
like.
this?
Yeah.
I thought we were having a good time.
Yeah.
I remember that movie, March of the Wooden Soldiers.
Babes in
Oh.
Toyland
Babes in Toyland.
was one of the creepiest movies I ever saw. They came around that same time.
Christmas Vacation or Daddy's Home too.
Yeah. So we always, because my family was kind of all over. So my mom and dad moved to Arizona. They were the only ones here. So it was just me, my mom, and my dad. Her parents were in Ohio. My dad's parents were in Michigan. So we were kind of someplace different every year growing up. We weren't always, it wasn't just us until I was probably 12. Because then for the summers, I would go back to see my grandparents. But like we would always be at somebody's house. So like we could be at my aunt's house or my uncle's house. So it was always a little different. So sometimes, yeah, there was always like football playing and the guys would be watching that. And then the kids would be playing a game and we would have like, so it kind of just, it was always different. So it's hard that we don't really have, the only traditions we really ever had was with my mom's side of the family was the green jello.
Yeah.
Like we didn't really, sometimes we had turkey, sometimes we had ham, sometimes we had roast beef. Like it just really depended on whose house we ended up at.
That's kind of cool though, if you think about it, because
It was
it's not the same
interesting.
stuff
Yeah.
over and over, right? You should know.
Made me remember one of our traditions on my side of the
Yeah.
family because it's been so long since I've been able to have Thanksgiving with anybody on my side of
Yeah.
the family.
Right.
But we would always have shrimp cocktail
Oh, okay.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
before dinner
yeah.
Yeah.
on Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Yep.
I love shrimp cocktail.
And
For us,
Yeah, I
that was a
forgot about
New
that.
Year's Eve thing.
Yeah, that's a New Year's Eve thing
Yeah,
for
we
you.
Yeah.
always have shrimp cocktail on New Year's Eve. But even Christmas Day though, you weren't watching TV on Christmas Day either, right? I mean, all the Christmas movies were leading up to Christmas.
Right.
Yes.
You never really watched TV on Christmas Day.
Not
You're
really.
too busy playing with your toys or hanging
When
out with
we-
family.
Yes. Oh
when
my
we were
goodness.
kids, me and my mom, my sister, we were all living in a Chandler house, and we did it a few years in a row where we rented a VCR and we rented a bunch of VHS tapes.
Yeah.
And I remember one of the movies we watched one year was Jesus of Nazareth,
Okay.
which was painfully long. We were still children. It was not fun.
Oh.
Oh, it was awful. But yeah, that was one of the traditions we tried to break on it because we didn't go out Christmas caroling
Yeah.
anymore. When we were kids and living in Prescott, we used to drive around and we'd sing Christmas carols and look
Yeah.
at the Christmas lights.
Mhm.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
Tell the year of the cul-de-sac when they drive in the Plymouth Horizon up into this cul-de-sac up somewhere in the Ponderosa Pines area, and we hit ice and slid into the curb of the cul-de-sac
Ooh.
and got stuck. So it was my mom with her two toddler age children screaming, crying, just losing their minds because we don't. All we
You
know
have
is,
no idea.
all we know is we're stuck and we're
Yeah.
strangers are coming out of the houses and stuff. It was
We're
very
gonna
traumatic.
die.
and it was all looking for this stupid freaking. We could see this giant lit up star. We never did figure out what it was on. Could have been the real North Star for all I know, but we never did
We
find
ran it over.
But that was the last year that I remember looking at lights like that, where we'd actually just drive all over.
We
random
used
places.
to. So my mom and dad would always, because like North Phoenix always had all the good lights by Scottsdale,
Yeah.
and we would drive through the neighborhoods and look at all the lights, and we would do that every year, and that was one of my favorite things. Is we would drive through
Yeah,
like
you
the
get to see
week
some cool stuff.
after my birthday up until Christmas is when we would do like every 2 nights or something. We would do it.
The funny thing is,
You want
when
shrimp
my,
cocktail, Dad?
when my sister started having kids, is when Christmas
Gotcha.
kind of ended for me. Like as far as it mattering, I guess.
Yeah.
Because once grandkids start coming around, that's the focus.
Right. Of course.
And then I had to teach them how to be grateful instead of being little whiny brats. I couldn't take that stuff. The ungratefulness of some children's with gifts and stuff.
This
And-
isn't such and such. Okay, then I get to take it.
To drive the point home, I went with a girlfriend to her family's Christmas one year, and one of the grandkids opens up the scooters. It was years the Razor scooters. were
Oh
really popular.
God, the
She
Razor
opens it up.
scooters.
She just starts having a meltdown because it's the wrong color, and I'm like, we have to go. We have to, because no one just punched her in the mouth, put her down. They started tripping over themselves, explaining to her she opened the wrong one. They did get her the right color. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. So yeah, that was when I was like, okay.
Yeah, that's when you just get slapped because you're lucky you got anything.
And that was the thing I started to drive home. It's like, these are not, there's sort of a prescription for it, but at the same time, it's not guaranteed. It's not promised. And anything that you're given by the kindness of somebody's heart, no, you got a gift for me. It's really special because I don't buy people gifts.
Exactly.
I don't buy you gifts on Christmas or on your birthday because I've always been interested. I buy you something when I think of you. When
Yes.
there's something that makes
Right,
you think of you. Or,
Exactly.
those are the best gifts I've ever
You're
gotten.
the one who'll just randomly show up and be like, "Here."
Just made me think of you. And all.
Exactly.
One of the coolest gifts I got. I can remember very cool gifts I got over the years. And the first Metal Earth sculpture that I ever got, it was something I love, cherish, and I have tons of now. That I didn't even know they existed. I didn't know I wanted it or needed it in the way that I did. But when she gave that to me, I was just like, "This is the coolest thing ever."
Yeah.
It was an AT-AT.
Okay.
It was a Star Wars AT-AT, but it's a Metal Earth. They're those little models you put together.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And just smash cut to, I've made glass display cases with LED
Yeah.
lights to light them up for all these little models, but I didn't know they even existed.
That's
And
cool.
It's one of the few gifts that I remember very specifically.
Until
getting.
somebody saw it and thought, "Gee, Jack would fucking love this."
Yeah, my sister saw it, and she was always good at that. She could always give me gifts that were really, really cool and meaningful.
Yeah, that's cool.
Definitely. Yeah.
That's really neat.
That's awesome.
So Thanksgiving,
You're gonna eat a lot.
the one thing she did do eventually, she kind of conquered the curse of the stress of the holiday. Because I don't know how you guys, if your family gets stressed out in the holidays when all the people are around and cooking and all that sort of chaos. That was sort of coming from my grandmother initially. Then my mom refused.
Yeah.
My sister adopted it and started getting in that mode too of it being this big deal and like the stress and stuff. And it's like, stop. Doesn't matter. None of it. I mean, people are together. We're having a
As
good
long as
time.
there's food and people have something to eat and drink, you're good.
She was obsessed. Just this eternal quest for a cheesecake that didn't crack. And I'm just like, who fucking cares?
Your
it
cheesecake is
tastes
supposed
the
to
same.
crack.
It always cracks.
No, she did. She accomplished it.
Really?
She accomplished it. She made a cheesecake that didn't crack.
It's a lot of
Why don't
stress.
And then we cut it and we ate it. So what the?
Yeah.
I never understood it, but
I always think it's a successful Thanksgiving if nobody puked.
that was the other thing. We didn't drink.
Well, no, but I mean like food poisoning or
Oh
anything
my
weird.
God.
Like you're good.
That was the normal one.
Y'all ate
That's
food. It
normal.
was good. Y'all hung out. There you go.
Christine gave me a good idea. We should do for our Christmas episode, we should do like the craziest decorations. We should try to find like the craziest Christmas decorations.
Not the craziest ugly sweater.
No. We could wear ugly sweaters, but judging by
You're
how
gonna have to get a new ugly sweater.
judging by how warm it is in here right
you
now, I
don't
don't know if I
fit.
want to wear
You
an
don't
ugly
fit
sweater.
in your ugly
No,
sweater
I
anymore.
don't. I don't fit in my ugly sweater.
Plus, we cut them up.
Plus, mine would have to be a green screen because
Well, that's what I'm saying. We cut the green one
I know,
up
I
because
know
you
we
had no
I
arms,
had
so
no
we'd have to
arms.
find you a new one.
That was kind of fun.
Yeah. So does anybody hide a pickle in their tree?
I
Well, I
used
haven't heard of
to.
that. You told me
So
about that. Yeah.
we used to. So I've never had kids, but when I was married before, my ex had nieces and nephews. And so everybody would come to our house because I was the only one who really cooked. And I would hide a pickle in the tree and there would be an extra present for everybody. So they would look for it everywhere. And I was good at hiding it. But yeah, I don't know where that came
Yeah,
from.
that's interesting.
Somebody
either.
told me
I don't know where it
about
came
it,
from.
and I was like, "Oh, that's great."
Don't know where it came from, but I do know where it's going.
Yeah. It's not that; it's a green pickle, Jack. It's a green pickle,
I'm colorblind.
but it's like an extra present.
Yeah.
Whoever finds it gets an extra present.
Yeah, they do.
For Easter, sorry, because now we're going. Thanks, Jack. Now we're going on a whole different rabbit hole. I'm trying to save it from Jack. For Easter, did you ever put money in your Easter eggs, or did you do real eggs?
No, I know people who did that. The plastic eggs with
Yes,
the money
we
in
do
it. Yeah, I know
plastic
people
eggs.
who did
Oh,
that,
okay.
yeah.
We had a combination of candy and money in the
Yeah.
plastic Easter eggs. The one thing that was always fun is when somebody had the wherewithal to realize that the money matters to them.
Had the what?
The money matters to the adults.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
We skipped Valentine's Day.
well, you'd have this,
There's really nothing exciting about Valentine's Day.
the kids they go like, yeah, no one got this and that. And that. Did anybody find a 10? No found a 10. Nobody found a 10. There's a $10 bill and a cake. Yeah, they found it. They just were dicks.
The pickle is a German tradition, apparently.
Mm.
Of course it is.
But
Of course
it's
it is.
newer. Like I never heard about it when I was growing up.
Winston wants the pickle.
The pickle? Do you want the pickle?
Get the pickle, yeah. And it's in your tree. Put the pickle in your tree.
Put the pickle and you get an extra present. You get a surprise.
The pickle in the rabbit hole, and yay.
That's funny.
It's funny. 'cause most-
All right, we gotta stop talking because we're gonna give away all our Christmas stuff.
Pickle
we gotta
barrel.
save some stuff for Christmas.
Pickle what?
Pickle barrel.
That's one of the best
That's
euphemisms.
Cracker Barrel. That's
did
different.
No, this was a euphemism that a friend of mine used to describe the ladies at the bar that night. There's a lot of pickle barrels in here tonight. That's friggin' funny.
Wow.
And then you think about it more, and it's even worse and still
Yeah.
I
funny.
think that's really
Then,
bad.
then it's really funny.
That is funny.
Oh, Christine had snow today.
Her.
Their high was 35. It was 34 when I got up this morning, and then I had the door open because it was sunny and
Now
beautiful.
it's like 85 in here. It's freaking
well
hot as
in
hell.
here, yes, because y'all had the door closed and y'all were doing music, jumping around with the woos and
So jump.
I wasn't jumping around. I was sitting in a stool.
yeah.
Jump up,
I saw
jump
Joey.
up,
Joey was
and
jumping.
down.
We were playing hot.
We were playing-
Exactly.
Wiggity, wiggity,
That's what
wiggity.
made it hot in here. It's getting hot in here.
Uh-huh.
Please don't take off all your clothes.
Why not?
I am getting so hot.
All right, that's gonna do it for us, guys. I hope everybody has a very happy Thanksgiving. Please don't forget to tune in on Tuesday to Truth About Beer. We're gonna feature our Thanksgiving episode.
Are we gonna make mincemeat pie for Christmas
Yes, we'll do that.
Mincemeat.
Sure.
on y'all's show?
Sure.
'Cause
Yeah,
I
we
don't
should
want
do
to eat it.
That'd be fun.
Mincemeat.
Yeah.
Mincemeat
And don't forget, the
pies.
week before Christmas, we're doing our Creepmas special.
Yeah.
on-
Creepmas
So that should be fun.
on
The Super Horror Show.
TTABA.
yes, Super Horror Show.
Are we gonna bring back the song?
Yeah, of course we are.
I feel like we should.
Heck yeah, we are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Feel like we've missed a lot of opportunities with that song.
Well, we'll definitely bring back the song. 100%.
Bouncing boobies.
Bouncing Boobies.
I'm saying.
The karaoke version.
Can't beat it.
Karaoke version. Karaoke bouncing
Oh,
boobies,
that's
baby.
We'll do it.
It's always a good Christmas.
And don't
Yeah,
forget, if you're
bouncing
joining us for the
boobies.
first time, you TikTokers out there and Rumblers,
Tiki-Talkers.
please go like, share, and subscribe to our channel.
Tickety Talks.
We
Can
gr-
you share your channel?
We greatly appreciate it.
TikTok?
Yeah, we can.
I just signed up for TikTok because of you.
Okay. Sorry.
We'll see.
I know.
We've already brought them business.
Exactly.
There you go.
All right, guys. Well, have a happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you guys in 2 weeks on Drunk with Facts. We'll be back.
Later.
See ya.